Reasons why they needed to humiliate Elrufai. Aisha Yesufu reacts to purported gang up against ex-governor Elrufai himself. Wow. So because Elrufai has come out to say that the cabal or the clique around the presidency are responsible for his ordeal, are responsible for his non-confirmation of his ministerial nomination. Okay. So because of that, Elrufai has actually withdrawn from the ministerial race and decided to go back to Netherlands to do his PhD program in public policy. Okay, but the question people were asking is, why did you have to go through all of this rigorous screening process before backing out? Why didn't you reject it from beginning? But they came out to say that Tinubu begged him to become his minister, that he was never interested in working again in any government, but he can contribute his quota to the national development as an individual politician. Okay, so but the fact remains that he's been humiliated because it was a big humiliation for him to have gone through all the screening and then only to hold him back for some security reasons, that he's a security threat to the existence of the country because of his previous antecedents. Now, Aisha Yesufu, the female human activist and a strong supporter of Peter Obi and Labour Party, has come out to give reasons why they needed to humiliate Elrufai. That is why the Tinubu's cabal needed to humiliate Elrufai. So let's see what she has to say here. Human rights activist Aisha Yesufu has reacted to the public ridicule the former governor of Kaduna State, Nasser El-Rufai, is facing regarding his ministerial appointment. Nigerians learned that El-Rufai was said to have withdrawn his ministerial nomination and recommended a replacement after a meeting with President Bola Tinubu earlier this week. He was slated to head the new Ministry of Power and Energy, given the persistent challenges in Nigeria's electricity sector. During his screening on the floor of the Senate, Elrufai confirmed his dedication to improving the country's electricity supply, asserting, "I will do my best." Despite his reputation, Sunday Karimi, a representative of Kogi West, raised security concerns against Elrufai during the screening. Senate President Godswill Akpabio suggested such petitions be set aside for the time. Yet, the Senate later paused El-Rufai's confirmation along with two others due to security clearance issues. The news created mixed feelings, with sources telling Premium Times that the embarrassment was why El-Rufai had informed the president that he was withdrawing his ministerial interest. The president then asked for 24 hours grace to review the petitions and SSS report to the Senate to enable him to reach a decision. As of Friday, there was a report that El-Rufai had left the country for Egypt after making his position clear to President Tinubu. Reacting to the recent development, Yesufu retweeted a video of President Tinubu pleading with El-Rufai not to travel out of the country for any additional degree as the country needs him at this critical time. The Twitter user who shared the video questioned what has changed regarding El-Rufai's appointment, because with Tinubu's request, nothing could have stopped him. Responding, Aisha claimed that all the All Progressive Congress needed to humiliate the former governor and make it clear that the assumption of his political power was just an illusion. Can you imagine? She tweeted, "Nothing changed. Nothing changed. They needed to humiliate Nasser El-Rufai, okay, and make it clear to everyone that the illusion of power he had was just an illusion." He was the untouchable that was deliberately touching and tossed around. Everyone needed to be shown who was in charge, and they had their time. Okay? So, Aisha Yesufu tweets this: "Nothing changed. They needed to humiliate Nasser El-Rufai and make it clear to everyone that the illusion of power he had was just an illusion. He was the untouchable that was deliberately touched and tossed around. Can you imagine? Everyone needed to be shown who was in charge, and they have. Oh boy. Tinubu begged Governor Nasser Elrufai not to travel for his PhD, even praised him for turning a rotten situation into a bad one. I thought nothing could stop him from becoming a minister. So what changed? And that is exactly what Aisha Yesufu has responded to. Okay, that he was untouchable, and Nasser El-Rufai was untouchable that has just been deliberately tossed around. Okay, and they needed to show him that the illusion of power he had, it was just an illusion, and he never had the ultimate power. If he had the ultimate power, nothing would have happened to him. Exactly. So they needed to deliberately show him the way that he is not important. This is serious. For this country to grow, we must stop sentiment of ethnicity and religion. Please let's do away with it. Erufai would have been of tremendous help to this administration. That's what you think, Abi. Is he the only qualified person? Why him? For seeing Khan, eh, what is Khan see when Muslim ticket won election? Well, this one, I don't know what in right here. Ali Yakubu. From the reply to Ali Yakubu, that is all your rotten brain can produce in an intelligent discourse. Abi, Muslim ticket was useless. Okay. Somebody saying here story. As a governor, what did he do to stop his people from being killed and kidnapped by bandits? That is the crux of the matter. We don't need him, I beg. You don't like any of them now. Why are you bothered about Elrufai? Abi? When Tinubu became a senator 31 years ago, Elrufai was nowhere politically. So what? What value has Tinubu added as a senator? That is the question you should ask yourself. But the same begged him to clinch presidency. Yorubas are serial betrayers. Okay, here we shall see comes next election. Can you imagine? No, let us finish the mayhems and the problem of this election before the next one. That is it. Okay. A reply to Yaya Ibrahim, substance shut your crap. The end justifies the means. Are other Hausa and Fulani not cleared? Wawa. Can you imagine? So all of these people are just attacking themselves, but the fact remains that the power that be, just the same way Buhari ruled with Kabah and ruled with Kabah all through from the Katsina state, from his village. Okay, the same way that Tinubu also started with Kabah with Dele Alake and Femi Gbajabiamila as the head of the cabal in Tinubu's government. So I'm sure all the forces that Buhari used, they will continue to deal with them one by one in a subtle manner. That is what I say here. Nigeria has always been a government of cabal, and cabal leads by force. So this cabal has come to show Buhari's cabal that power is not absolute. Okay. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment on this Aisha Yesufu's tweet to the humiliation of Elrufai, that the cabal needed to show him that the illusion of power he had was just an illusion. Thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.